Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jerome, your Uber Eats driver with UberEatsDriver.com. So today's November 5th. It's Sunday, and I'm finally posting my follow-up video that I'd mentioned in my previous video. Just wanted to go over a few things today. Mainly, it's going to be talking about Lyft, my experience, and then just going over a few tips and explaining a little bit about how you can use your peak times to your advantage for your power driver bonus. So in my last video, I had mentioned how great and lucrative it was and how it was very busy. And these are very important factors when you're driving for Lyft. Now, I drive in Phoenix, and Phoenix is ranked one of the top 5 fastest growing cities. It's a very large city, so it includes many other mini cities surrounding it. Tempe, you got Gilbert, Chandler, Glendale, Peoria, Avondale, Laveen. I mean, you name it. These places have thousands of businesses and many events go on around here. So there's plenty of opportunity for you to pick up passengers and drive them to distant locations. One of the advantages that we have here in Phoenix, though, is our roads. Now, if you've ever been to a large city like New York or LA, then you'll know how busy and congested the streets can get. In Phoenix, we don't really get that too much. It's very open. We can get to far distances in a short amount of time. So that's one of the great advantages of working Lyft in the city of Phoenix. Now, it is important, though, that if you are going to drive for Lyft exclusively, that you do figure out your city if you haven't been there long enough. Now, I grew up in Phoenix, Mesa, so I know my way around here pretty well. But there are some areas that I'm not familiar with also. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was how today I wasn't really prepared. I wanted to try to hit my peak rides. And the peak rides go along with your power driver bonus. So there was some type of marathon or running event downtown Phoenix. And one of the difficulties I ran into, first of all, was road closures. Now, usually Phoenix will post what road closures there are going to be and how long it will be closed for. Had I looked into that in advance before I went down there, I would have been able to get to the locations and drop off and pick up locations much simpler and quicker. Now, it did take me a little bit to drop off a couple people because I had a detour and route around and red lights, all kinds of crazy stuff. I even had a driver cancel on me to pick him up because it just took too long to get to him, even though he was less than a quarter mile away, all due to road closures. So this is something that is somewhat preventable as long as you plan ahead. As far as the peak rides are concerned, those are important towards your power driver bonus because power driver bonus has 3 categories that require you to hit their bonus structure. Now, you have to get your acceptance rate, 90% or higher, or whatever it is in your city. It might be different in yours than mine. You have to get your total number of rides, along with your total number of peak rides. Now, it does have a tier system. So, for example, the first tier, if you hit all 3, you might get something like $35. Second tier, $85. Third, fourth, much higher than the last. It is important that you try to get these peak times earlier on in the week, and then you can also hit them during the weekend because Saturday nights are usually when they're available the longest, or Friday nights as well. But make sure that you are checking your schedules that Lyft does email or text to you about what times the peak times are available, because they may or may not change throughout the week, but you will get something on a weekly basis providing you those details. With that being said, I exclusively drive for Lyft now. I haven't even done or touched Uber Eats in over a month. For me, I enjoy the company of passengers and hearing the conversations and making new friends or meeting new people. And I mean, I think it's great. I usually stay out until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on the weekends. And that seems to be when it's the busiest. Anytime after 10 o'clock, which is usually when my peak time starts, all the way up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So it is a great thing to work for Lyft exclusively because of the detailed bonus structures that they have. For example, with Uber Eats, every now and then they would give you what's called a quest bonus. You'd have to hit a total number of rides, and then you'd get like $15, $20, whatever it is. Just wasn't as lucrative as Lyft was, or is. So with that being said, I just wanted to post this follow-up video. But in my next video, I will go a little more into detail about the power driver bonus, a little tips on how you can hit those better, and then I'll even go over the other bonus structures that they have in zones. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you want to check out Lyft, if this is the first time that you're seeing this video, check out my website, ubereatsdriver.com, and you can use my referral code for Uber Eats or for Lyft. They're both on the top left corner of the page. You guys take care.